Good evening, participants. This is Prasad here from IIFL Securities Franchisee Advisory Desk. So today we have this webinar on Stockso platform, who is our fintech partner. So Mr. Rachit Seth, who is the founder of this particular this particular platform, is there with us. So today we are going to understand how to integrate TradingView with IFLTT web application. Then also you can also have strategies, as well as you can create the strategies based on the charting tools and fire your orders on IFLTT platform as well. So I invite Mr. Rachit Seth to start this presentation today, and we will have Q&A after that. I request all the participants, please don't start any your profile video, or please don't unmute yourself during this webinar, so that we all can hear this properly and we can listen to the presenter. Mr. Rachit, you can take over from here. Thank you.
Sure. Thank you, Prasad. Friends, please unmute yourself. Yeah, can everyone unmute? Mute, please. Someone. Yeah. So yes, good evening, everyone. This is Rachit Seth, founder Algobaba Stoxxo. We are a technology partner and execution platform provider called Stockso to the IIFL. Now, Stockso is primarily a desktop-based application which is designed to cater to almost all types of trader, whether you are a manual trader, whether you are a scalper, whether you are a TradingView trader, whether you wish to trade from Excel, Python, Java, C Sharp, AMI, MT4, plus if you want to play around with the option strategies, multi-leg strategies with the complex logics on being on delta basis, premium basis, you have a inbuilt no coding module, for which the webinar was done in the last couple of days back, for which in the chat we have already pasted the link of our webinar, which we did dedicated to multi-leg options module. Okay, so today we will be primarily focusing upon TradingView, that how do we fire up orders in cash, how can we easily do dynamic selection of ATM strikes, and easily, because TradingView charts does not have the data of Bank Nifty options. Okay, so from Bank Nifty chart, if you wish to fire a straightaway options order, or what if I told you, this may sound unreal, what if I told you that just by drawing one line over a TradingView and you wish to fire a option strategy, like you're just typing in the name short straddle, and automatically short straddle is built and executed. You want to fire a bear call spread, bull put spread, anything, whatever name you want, and you just type in the name. And what if I told you that from TradingView we will fire it up? Okay, so now I'm gonna be sharing my screen. First thing, we will be moving on to our website. Okay,
Yeah, Rachit. Yeah, Rachit.
yep. Am I being given the rights to share the
Yes,
screen?
yes, yes. You can share the screen.
Okay, just one second. Yep. So is my screen visible? Is the website visible to all? Can anyone confirm? Prasad, can you confirm, please?
Yeah, Rachit. I think you have started the screen sharing. Still, it is not visible.
Okay.
We'll wait for some time, I think.
Yes, because somehow this is not giving me an option to share the entire computer screen. It is giving me only specific screen options.
Okay.
Yeah. So I don't know what is visible to you.
Nothing is there as of now. It is only saying that you have
Is
started.
the website visible now?
Yeah, now we can see presenting
Yes,
the best
yes.
for
So now
trading.
this is gonna be challenging because it is not allowing me to share all the screen or all the entire PC that I have.
Yeah, because this is the meeting license, so I think
Correct,
you
correct,
have
correct. Never
to.
mind, never mind. We'll keep on shifting and we'll keep on doing that.
Please
So,
continue.
guys, algobaba.com is the name of the website. Now, as a trial or as a first time user, you can simply come to the website. You can just download and click here on download Stockso, and you will get a fully functional 12-day trial. Now, no restrictions implied. Okay, it is something which is open for all with all the features, and you can easily explore that. Okay, so when you scroll down, you will find a lot of features available here. Okay, I think someone is drawing up the lines here. I don't know.
Participants, please don't scribble on the screen, please.
Yeah, so
This doesn't look good. Whoever is doing, I will remove him, and I will ensure that he won't be able to again rejoin any of these webinars.
never mind. Guys, please avoid these
You
mistakes
can,
because it hampers the experience of every second
yes.
person, who is a part.
Yeah, Rachit, what you can do, you can just stop this sharing and again start sharing so
Sure.
that you won't have issues.
Yep. So is the screen visible now? Yep.
Yes, go ahead.
Okay. So now algobaba.com is the website. This is the new website interface that we have brought up. We have tried to cover up almost all the features on the website itself, which will give you an idea that what all Stockso can do. Because Stockso is one platform that will quench your thirst of looking for several applications. Because when it comes to security, when it comes to fast execution, we proudly say that we take the edge when it comes to fastest execution, and we guarantee 100% trade signal security, which you would also find on our website embedded, which says unlike web-based systems. So any of the web-based systems that you might have been using till date, you may have been compromising your data on third-party exposed servers, but Stockso guarantees you that everything what is run, it is local and it is 100% secured, so only you know it, and there is a connectivity between Stockso and the broker APIs, no one else. Okay, so that is the advantage. It is not just an ordinary API dependent execution bridges available into the market. It's like you are comparing a Maruti with a Mercedes, I would say. Because as a trader, personally, I always had the quest of having few small things, but they were quite handy. Okay, whether you buy a car, whether you buy a cell phone, or whether you buy any gadget, at times there are certain features which are quite handy to you, and they come in very useful with your daily activities. So that is how Stoxo was designed with the ideology. So the first thing is like when we evolve with the manual trading, so you will have QTPs, which are by far the most versatile utility, which would allow you to fire up trades very easily, trade very smoothly. Then there is an element of TradingView, Excel based, URL based, as I told you. So herein you will also find that some TradingView sample strategies. Now these are globally adopted strategies. Let us tell you, it is not about every strategy is profitable in a way if you know how to do risk management. Whether it's a moving average, whether it's super trend, whether it is pivots, whether it is channel breakout, all of these. Now, these are globally adopted indicators, I would say, which have been converted into strategies specifically for trading. Like if you go and click on super trend, it will take you to the code of super trend by Stoxo, and all you have to do is go a little down, and you will find what you have to write in the message area, which I'll be covering up, and you just have to go and click on add to favorite indicators. That's it. So the moment you do that, okay, it will come to your list of your favorite indicators. So that is how we have rolled up a couple of samples, like PSAR, pivot trend. Now these are very good strategies. Now the entire layout is designed that you can run it on cash, you can run it on futures, you want to run it on options, you can run it on MCX, whatever stuff you want, it will fire up. And the best part, it is really simple to work around with. Hello friends, in this video we'll be showing you that how do you log into your IIFL TT web accounts, the accounts that you usually use to access this area, okay, and or through your mobile app. तो आज हम देखेंगे यहाँ पे कि आप IIFL TT का अकाउंट किस तरीके से कॉन्फ़िगर कर सकते हैं स्टॉक्सो के साथ। ये वो क्रेडेंशियल्स रिक्वायर्ड हैं जो आप यहाँ पे एंटर करते हैं। तो क्लाइंट आईडी में आपका चला जाएगा, फॉर एग्जांपल सबसे पहले यूज़र एलियास होता है कि मान लीजिए यूज़र एलियास मैं कुछ भी रख सकता हूँ, जो भी मेरा पेट नेम हो या पर्सनल नेम हो, जो भी, ठीक है। एंड यूज़र आईडी आपका क्लाइंट आईडी हो जाएगा। तो फॉर एग्जांपल मैंने यहाँ पे अपना क्लाइंट आईडी एंटर कर दिया। अब ब्रोकर लिस्ट में सबसे पहले आपको IIFL दिखेगा, ठीक है, बट हम जो अब एंटर कर रहे हैं वो IIFL_TT है, ठीक है। तो ये एक सेपरेट प्रोसेस है, तो आप कंफ्यूज ना हो, इस चीज़ को ज़रूर चेक करें। सो प्लीज़ चेक दैट इन द लिस्ट व्हेन यू फाइंड IIFL, और you don't have to select the first one, but you have to scroll down and you have to find the IIFL_TT the way it looks like. After that, इसके बाद हम थोड़ा सा मूव करेंगे इसे, ओके, एंड वी कैन सी दैट द पासवर्ड एंड द पिन। अब पासवर्ड आपका वही है जो आप वहाँ पे एक्सेस करते हैं, एंड पिन कैन बी योर DDMMYYYY or else your PAN card number, okay. So for example, I'm using my PAN card number. I will click on auto login, okay, and that's it. This is it, I'm done. Just make sure that you tick enable here. The moment I click verify pay login, you can quickly see that my account is logged in. So my simulator is also logged in and my IIFL account is also logged in. Okay, now coming to the next part, that once you are ready or once you are going hands on with the Stockso, यानी अगर आप स्टॉक्सो के साथ पहली बार इस्तेमाल कर रहे हैं, थोड़ा सा एक्सपीरियंस चाहते हैं, तो स्टॉक्सो में लाइव ट्रेड सिमुलेटर की सुविधा दी गई है। तो सिमुलेटर के सहारे आप इजीली फॉरवर्ड टेस्टिंग कर सकते हैं। अब अगर आप ऑलरेडी जानते हैं स्टॉक्सो को एंड यू आर गुड टू गो लाइव, तो देन आप स्ट्रैटेजी स्टैक पे आ जाएंगे। एंड ये जो यूज़र अकाउंट है इसके नीचे जहाँ पे आप सिम देख रहे हैं, ये वो एरिया होता है जहाँ से हम अकाउंट का चुनाव करते हैं, चाहे सिम हो या फिर रियल अकाउंट हो। फॉर एग्जांपल अगर मुझे अपने रियल अकाउंट में करना है तो मैं यहाँ पे टिक करके अप्लाई कर दूंगा। अगर मैं चाहता हूँ कि दोनों अकाउंट में हो तो मैं दोनों को टिक रखूँगा। ठीक उसी तरीके से मेरे अगर और भी अकाउंट हैं पर्सनल यहाँ पे, तो मैं उसके अकॉर्डिंग उसे टिक कर दूंगा जो भी मुझे फायर करना है जिस भी अकाउंट में, एंड दैट्स इट, इट विल फायर। दैट इज हाउ सिंपल इट इज टू लॉग इन दी IIFL TT APIs। अब आपके लिए नेक्स्ट स्टेप हो जाएगा दैट ये लाइव सेलेक्ट करके आप स्टार्ट ट्रेडिंग क्लिक कर देंगे एंड यू आर गुड टू गो। अब आप तैयार हैं स्टॉक्सो एंड IIFL की TT वेब APIs के साथ। तो उम्मीद है कि आपकी समझ में आया होगा। बहुत ही सिंपल स्टेप है, आप 2 मिनट के अंदर IIFL के साथ लाइव जा सकते हैं। तो थैंक यू फ्रेंड्स, थैंक यू फॉर वॉचिंग। The moment I've clicked on this and the moment I click that with the IIFL TT credentials and everything, my account is logged in to the IIFL and I'll get a green tick. Now there is also one thing which is present by default as the SIM. Now SIM means simulator, because with the Stockso you also get an advantage to test your strategies risk-free into the market during the live markets. You can easily explore that without having a fear of losing a single rupee into the market. So it is quite a learning experience, okay, and you can easily explore the simulator to play around. So after that you have logged into the accounts, you can see the margins, you can do risk management factors. There are a lot of fields available, but you really don't need any of this. If you have to use any of this, you can always drag the mouse to that top and you can read about the feature, what it is supposed to be doing. But so far in 2 minutes I'm good to begin with the IIFL TT account. Now another step would be coming straight away to the strategy stack. Now this is nothing but this is the area that controls. This is just a name. It would be visible on your stocks also when you download it. It is nothing but it allows me to select in which account the order has to be fired.
Participants, please hold on. I think there is some
My
technical issue.
screen.
Rajit will
No, I'm here only, but only thing is I'm not allowed to for screen share suddenly.
1 minute, 1 minute.
Yeah.
Please try
Hello,
now.
hello, sir. Can you tell me where is the get the password?
Mr. Biren, please hold on. We will have a Q&A session later on.
I will be posting up the video in the chat. Okay.
Okay.
Uh,
Okay.
after we are done with the session. Okay, so
Okay.
don't worry. IIFL TT login process is very simple. In less than 2 minutes, keep a stopwatch next to you. In less than 2 minutes, you can be logged in. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Okay. Thanks.
So it is that simple. So do not
Yeah.
worry, and we don't really have to think about it. So, anyways, so once we have that, okay, with the TT part as I showed you, and plus there is a dedicated video for that, for which I'll paste the link, so you don't have to worry on the login part. Now, coming to the strategies tab. Now, if you see this user account, usually people might ask that, I'm firing up the order, but it is not going into my live account, it is going on sim. So by default, it is kept on simulator for your safety. So accidentally, if you have fired any order, and because we don't want you to panic, we don't want you to fire anything when you're not geared up. So that is why it is by default at sim, but you have the liberty to put it across on sim or on real account when you wish to. Like for example, I've selected my real account, and when I say apply, that means now I'm live with the IIFL TT account. Okay. So now again I'm back to simulator and we are moving. Now with the TradingView, there are two verticals. One is the free account of TradingView. Another is the paid accounts like pro accounts, premium accounts. Now most of the users have usually pro accounts or premium accounts. The reason being, TradingView allows you to fix more alerts in cases of premium and pro. But if you are a free user, you are just allowed to fire one particular alert. So if you're working with Bank Nifty, you can just work around with that. You cannot basically fire anything. So let's move on to the TradingView vertical. The first step for the free users. Okay. The moment I'm done with the verify API login, I've got the tick. I'll select trading mode as live and I'll go ahead and click on start trading. If everything is good and intact, immediately you will find the Nifty tickers, Nifty and Bank Nifty tickers here with the updated prices. Okay. So you are all ready with that, and once everything is set, you are good to go to TradingView and work around. So let me move on first to the TradingView and share my screen again, because this is gonna change. Yep. So now we are at TradingView and we can see our screens here. Okay. And as you can see, this is a Bank Nifty chart, but right now I'm gonna be putting across a crude chart because that is the market which is running live. So I will move on to the crude oil chart, or So as I showed you that there are strategy templates available on the website which you can just simply go ahead and that's how it appears. Like when you go to indicators, when you have added to your favorites, all you have to do is click on my scripts and you will find these favorite indicators, okay, whatever you have authorized. So as we did for super trend, for example, we can easily go ahead and take that and it will be applied to the chart on a very easy note. Like I'll just show it to you how you can do it. Is like Stockso STD and let's say this is the super trend strategy. So that's how the strategy comes in. Now this is a pure ready-made code. The beauty of this is that even if you have free account and if you are working, let's say in the morning with the bank nifty alert or nifty just one of it, or in the evening you are working with the MCX one stock, so then you can beautifully work around with the free TradingView account as well. Now to make it free work with the TradingView accounts, there is one thing that is required. The difference between the primary and paid accounts, I'm gonna tell you, is for the free accounts. Let me again share my screen because it is not gonna be allowing. Okay. So now as you can see here the software, I'll go to settings and plugins installation. Now this is the area, whether you're running AMI Broker, MT, Ninja or TradingView, all the settings take place from here. Okay. Now if you can see here, this webhook is required in case of paid users because webhook facility is allowed only to paid users. So I'm going to copy mine, but for the free account user, you can also run it through pop-up basis. Like, the TradingView gives you a pop-up and we are going to read it and execute the orders for you. But it is restricted only to one particular account. So do you see this blue text? Click here to download Chrome plugin.
Visible.
Is it? I've shared it. Just one second. Is it now? Is it?
Yeah.
Okay. So now once again I'll quickly show it to you that we will go to settings and plugins installation and TradingView. Now if you can see here, AMI Broker empty for all the action about the Stockso is right here. So all the settings, whether you want to configure your Excel, Telegram bot, TradingView, everything is configured from this place only. Okay. So for paid accounts member, this using this webhook is advisable. The advantage is that quite a sound. So now we are good, and now if you see this webhook, we can copy that. We can simply create a fresh one and keep it ourselves, and we can just select in which strategy tag it has to be fired. And for the free users, for the free trading users, do you see this blue text? Now make sure that your Chrome is closed, and at the same time when you click that, it is gonna open up a plugin. You will simply click on this, okay, and it will open up that add extension window like this, okay. And the moment you have added the extension, make sure that if you are a paid user, then do not do this. It is not required. Only and only if you wish to play around with the buttons and all those things, then it's fine. Otherwise, paid members of TradingView, they don't require the plugin. The free members who don't have paid TradingView accounts, they can configure the plugins, and there is a difference of setting up the alert, okay. So let's say, for example, this is my window which has popped up. I can define the tag, I can define the target, the stop loss, everything. This is for the free account that I'm showing right now. Let me once again change my screen, because now if you see here, this is how the extension comes in. Just like any Chrome extension you would have installed, you can simply define, what is your order type and everything. Now if you see that suddenly this 4 buttons have also popped up. Now they are designed to help you execute the trades immediately. Like for example, I'm going to be clicking this. Do you see that immediately the trade is gone? Now I don't wish to leave TradingView. I don't wish to go to IIFL TT platform and check out. I would rather observe my position straight on my TradingView chart itself. So I can simply click on Shift F3 and the window would pop up. So I'm not leaving anything, I'm straight on the chart and all my PNL is available to me there. Now the beauty of these buttons is if you're playing around with the cash, with the futures, you can define your target and stop loss, and you can define your quantity here as well, and you can simply play around just with the click of a button. Do you see how swift it is? Now this is for the free account holders if they wish to manually trade using their favorite indicators or strategies. But when we talk about line based trading, when we talk about the super trend strategy. Hello? Hello? Yep. So when we talk about the super trend strategy that I've shown you, now this is also beautiful strategy adopted globally, I would say. Okay. And it is very simple. Like, I can select long and short. In case if I wish to play around with the futures or cash, I will keep futures state. In case I wish to go to options with the ATM, ITM and OTM, I would take this. In case of options also, apart from buying, I want that on when the super trend gives me a buy signal, I want to sell a sell a P. Okay. So I can even tick on sell options. Okay. So that is the advantage that you have. There is a dedicated video available with the super trend strategy and setup. Now it is fairly very simple, guys, because once you have set up, let's say for example, I'm just assuming here that we are going to be working around with the crude right now. I can define the target and stop loss if I want to. If I don't want to and want to work with the signal to signal basis, all I need is the strategy tag. Okay. Now tag, as I had shown you, the tag is nothing but particularly a name that controls in which account the order would be fired. Okay. And now once this is set, you can see there are several signals here, but you cannot see beyond that. So all you have to do is change the timing, because right now we are looking at crude. So these are very small basic things which you might ignore by mistake accidentally, but these are quite an essential element which is required. Now if you can see that, I can see all my signals falling in. If I have to set up an alert for simply easy execution which takes in or takes up the trend automatically, I can do that. Let's say for example, I'm just putting across the name as crude, and when I'm setting the alert, I just need to type strategy dot order dot alert underscore message cursive bracket close. That's it. This is what you're supposed to be writing, nothing else. And the moment when I click on alert on a 5-minute chart, now whenever we have a signal, it is gonna keep on taking the position, exiting me. When there is a long, it will take a long. When there is a short, it will exit the long position and take a fresh short position. So this is set. This is how we do it with the free accounts. Okay. Now with the free accounts, when you're doing, instead of webhook URL, you are supposed to be clicking show pop-up. But please remember, if you are a paid TradingView webhook user, do not keep ticked show pop-up, because if you have a Chrome plugin installation done, okay, like this plugin is also there, plus you have defined the webhook too, then there is a probability that dual trades can be fired, because both the applications are running. Okay. So as a webhook paid user, please use only webhooks, and as a free user, please you're not allowed to use webhook, but just put it on show pop-up. Okay. So that is the advantage. Now how do you generate the webhooks? That I've just shown you a couple of seconds back, and this is how the webhook looks like, and that is how we will just create and sit back, and rest everything is taken care by the Stockso. Now moving on further, let's say if I wish to play around with the bank nifty chart and I want that automatically ATM strike or OTM strike or ITM strike is picked, then it is also fairly very simple. We will use the same strategy. Okay. Only thing is the game would change here a little bit. Like for example, I've selected long, short. If I'm just gonna be buying options, so I will tick this. If I want to take the reverse option selling at every signal, I will just gonna tick this. Now, the second point that comes in, whether I want a ITM, ATM or OTM. Okay. Now OTM and ITM again could be varying with multiple depths. That might be the query, because it is not fixed. It is not up to one depth. So I'm going to be showing you that how you can select that. So for example, with this strategy, now this way you can use all the strategies that we have released as samples. Plus, even if you're trading line, if you're doing line based trading, which we'll be showing you right now, again with that also it's gonna be very handy. Okay, so for example, I've created, that means I'm firing up for the ATM strikes because TradingView doesn't have the options data. Okay, so now I will go to the Stoxxo with the symbol mapping. If you see here, I've already created the symbol mapping for you, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to delete all of this just to show you again. So I will go and click on add symbol. Now just understand what we have selected there: ATMC, OTMC or ITMC. Okay,
Screen is not
okay,
sharing, sir.
just again. Okay, yep. So I think my screen is visible now very well.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Sir, we are on TradingView screen, sir.
Okay, because I've selected almost all the screen that I have. Never mind.
Please stop this sharing and then try again.
Yeah, I don't know. It's the first time that Zoom is giving problems. Otherwise, usually it's quite fluidic. Yes, technical glitches. So now all the screen is visible?
No.
No, we are
Okay.
still on the trading now.
Okay. Okay. Is it visible now? Is the software visible?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
yes, yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So fine. As you can see here with the symbol mapping. Okay. Now we have selected there as TradingView, Bank Nifty, ATMC, OTMC and ITMC. I did tell you that, right? But TradingView does not have the data of options. Okay. So how are we gonna create it in symbol mapping on Supertrend or any other indicator? I will simply go and type in Bank Nifty star ATMC. If it would have been ITMC, I would have typed in ITMC. Okay, or else I can keep all the three ready and I can just keep on ticking that. In the data web provider, I'll select TradingView and herein I'm selecting as add the money option. In the exchange, I will type NFO and I will select the Bank Nifty. The C, which type of expiry do you want? Monthly, weekly, next weekly, you can select that. Do you want me to calculate this on ATM strikes on future, on index basis or on future? If you want me to calculate on future, you can tick this box. If you're okay with the index basis, you can just leave it empty. And now it comes that what will be the product type: MIS, NRML, CNC, whatever way you want. Okay, market orders, limit, SLM orders. So that depends entirely upon you. You can even define the exit order type. Now you can have a fixed quantity defined. Let's say you will be working around with 10 lots always. Plus you want to safeguard yourself more, that you want to define your maximum loss per trade would be, let's say, 500, 5,000, whatever it is. Plus, if you want to have even per trade basis, like when you're firing up the signal and you're not giving it, you can control the stop loss trailing, target trailing, break even point. Now, if you see that whenever I'm taking my mouse on any of these fields, okay, like it can be 5 points and it can be also a 5%. Okay, so you can use all of these fields also to improvise on your strategy and control better. As I told you that every strategy is profitable if you have rules in place, if you have a disciplined environment wherein you are controlling or minimizing your risk. That is what professional execution platform like Stockso does. This is what its job is. Okay, so when we say that I'm gonna be saving the symbol, okay, now this is saved. Now we have it for C, but P is still pending. So I'm gonna click on the same icon, edit. Okay, what I'll do is just to quickly save on time. Okay, I will simply change that P and I'll change here, and what I'm gonna do is save as new. So what is it gonna do? It is gonna create a separate one quickly. So rest of the fields remain the same and it has created. Now let's assume that I have been working around with the ATM or ITM. So I'm gonna be just changing the ITMC and again I'll go and click on save as new. Okay, so this way I have ATM and ITM structured. All I have to do is tick my boxes there. But with the ITM CE, you might have a thought that ITM CE is up to what depth. Okay, like for example, one depth, two depth. Okay, so for example, I'm selecting in the money. If you see, the moment I selected in the money, a depth opened up. Now what exactly is the depth right now? Let's say I'm defining two depth. Now can you tell me how is it gonna pick up the depth? Okay, it would be on the two strike basis inside, but you really don't know exactly which strike is gonna get picked. So Stockso has given you a provision for that as well. Let's say for example Bank Nifty right now is 41,405. Do you see the price here? Now I'll go to trading tools. In case you're using ITM and OTM and you want to be double sure that which strike is it gonna pick up if the price is this. So very simple, I have typed in the source symbol that I have given here. Okay, like Bank Nifty star ITM CE and strategy tag as default, and I will say 41,405 is the LTP right now. That's it. So it is gonna pick up 41,200. Okay, so it is telling you that with the two depth I will pick up 41,200. So you can always come to the symbol mapping checker, and if you define let's say one depth, so you are never in doubts and you always know that which strike is gonna get it picked and at which strike it is gonna fire up. So like we change the depth, for example Bank Nifty star ATM CE, I'll select the tag and 41,405. The result is 41,400 it's gonna pick up. Okay, with the ATM. Now with the ITM as one depth, it is gonna pick up as 41,300. So that is the beauty of the stock, so that you always know what you are gonna be picking up. Now whenever the signal comes, automatically as per the market, dynamically ATM strikes would be picked. Let's say you are a different type wherein you want to define your strikes manually, you can do that as well. Like here you can see at the money, out the money, but you also see an option for manual option strike. So you can select the CE, you can select the expiries, you can enter the strike price, and it works. But honestly, that's an old school. That's how the normal passive bridge would work, but not Stockso. People love Stockso is because of its dynamic nature and the way we fire up the orders. So now for example, this is done and we are set. So now from whenever, whatever time the signal is coming from TradingView, automatically my ATM strikes would be picked up. Now, the most important catch is or demand I would say is with the line-based trading, that people love to do line-based trading. Trust me. I mean, a lot of our TradingView users just simply love to play around with the lines. Now, for example, if this is the line, okay, this is the line. Now, let me put this as one line. I'll change the color as orange. I'm gonna pull up as one more line, and I'm gonna change the color as red. This becomes my stop loss line, and I'm gonna put one more line, and we'll change the color to green. Okay, so this becomes my target line, for example. So orange becomes my entry line. So we have a very beautiful interface here, like we have kept it easily, 3 lines. Now you want these 3 lines to be activated to fire up the algorithmic orders. Now if you want to play around with the 3 lines together, then a pro account is important, because you are fixing up ultimately 3 alerts on one chart. In that case, a simple plain account can only help you to get entry, or else you can keep on dragging and dropping it if you are a free account user. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'll go and click on the line. Now comes the game about syntax, because previously we showed you what exactly has to be fired. Now we are talking about the syntax, which is very simple, a 3-line syntax. So we have kept it ready for you. I'm gonna paste it in the chat if you want. Okay, type LE, type LX means for long entry, long exit, short entry, and short exit. So what I'm gonna be doing right now is, let's say for example, I'm copying this. Now you will quickly see that how quickly I can build up my line-based trading system on TradingView. So for example, this becomes my entry. So I'm naming it as entry. I can name anything you want. I will just define as type LE, stag, and symbol. Now symbol has to be the same. I will show it to you where you can find these parameters. You can even fire the quantities, you can fire targets, you can fire stop loss as one message. Okay, so let's say for example this is the line, this becomes the entry line. Let's edit on this, and this becomes my exit line. So I'm putting as stop loss. Only thing that is gonna change is the X here in case of exit orders. Okay, and here also I'm changing it with the same thing. So this becomes my profit line, and I'm putting across as LX. Okay, so two LX are absolutely fine, even if you have two lines coming in very close to close. Okay, so you don't have to worry about it. It is not gonna fire up the signal if there is no open signal available, so you're safeguarded enough. Now for example, let me move on to 1 minute chart here. Like for example, this is the chart. Okay, and let's say I'm dragging my entry line just to be quick enough to get you an entry inside the trade. So for example, this is the PNL, this is the position right now. If it breaches, we would see an entry. Now these line based system also comes in very handy when we are playing around with the trailing stop losses, like beautifully. I think I had kept the chart of Bank Nifty. Let me put across the crude chart so that we can see it live. Entry. Okay, this becomes the entry line. Let's say target, I'm putting across as orange now. TGT. Only thing that changes is the LX that we have shown you, and again here too I'm gonna copying it. Okay, and if we see the alert, once again we will just fix up the just 3 lines of syntax is more than enough, because if I've defined my target and stop loss in the symbol mapping alone, I don't have to worry about it. Okay, so I'm just naming the line as SL. Now this becomes my entry line. Let's say for example I'm placing it here. Okay, so let's see if it breaches right now. Yeah, this is bound to breach. So, yep. So this way the line has breached, my trade is executed. Okay, and very simply, like if I have a webhook, I would have put across a webhook. If I don't have a webhook, I wouldn't have put across the webhook there. Okay, so on a very simple note, that's how you can fire up the line based trading, and you can play around as much as you want to. Okay, so whether the same thing implies for the options, the same thing also implies for multi-leg trading as well. Okay, so let me just copy this and show it to you a couple of more things. Now if you can see here, my trade is executed. So I'm in a position with 700 negative because we had a previous standing PNL. Okay, I'm changing the lines here. We've entered basically a buy. Okay, now there is a stop loss and target line. Now just look at the beautiful experience. Now when we are seeing the market is moving, let's say how about minimizing the loss till here. Okay, or till here for example, and I can keep on dragging my target, or I can put it across anywhere. If you suddenly feel like that you should give it a little more breather space, it is getting consolidated because it's like forming a bullish flag here, and we can see a massive or a pretty extensive breakout in crude right now. So that is your presumption, and that is how you can control it by using the lines basis. So one becomes your entry, one becomes your target, and one becomes your stop loss. Now the beauty is that even with this lines, if you want to fire up like straddles, strangles, so there is a separate syntax for that which you can easily use it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna paste this syntax for your reference into the chat, so you can simply explore that. Plus we have dedicated videos available for this. Okay, so now we are simply working around with the line. You can see here that, I'm not leaving my chart, I'm not going anywhere, and everything is straight away visible to me right over my TradingView charts. Now coming on to the manual trading part, we can open up QTPs as well, which comes up by the Shift F1 window or available under trading tools as quick trade panel. Do you see this? Now the beauty is that quick trade panel can be opened as many as you want, like along with crude. Okay, now what I'm gonna show you right now is, let's say for example you are one who's playing around with multiple stocks or futures or options, or let's say with multiple strikes. This is for the manual lovers because they need raw power to play around, and they are quick decision makers when it comes to executions. So now for example with the MCX, I'm selecting crude. Let's say next month I'm pulling up. Okay, now guys, when you look at it, just tell me, with any conventional broker, any broker, it is not about just the IIFL or just one platform. It is about the overall platform. Let's say just to fire these 3 orders approximately on any platform, you might need at least 1 to 1.5 minute. However fast you may be. On the higher side, on the lower side, I would say you would require 2 minutes, but still, for the some people, they may be really fast and they are very comfortable with the speed. So they might be needing about 2 minutes to fire this. What if I told you that 1, 2, 3, I'm done. All my 3 trades are fired just at the one click. Do you see that? This is the beauty and the power of QTPs. One click exit, and I'm out. So I'm playing around with the lines. I've put on my stop loss now there. Now you can see that all my positions have turned to 0. So this is the advantage that you get a lot of flexibilities to play around with the Stoxxo and the multi-leg options module. As I told you, there are multi-leg strategies as well. Like for example, a multi-leg strategy when you're creating the straddle, strangle, and you want to fire up, for which this is the syntax, the one that I put up with the 3 lines. Okay, like if you can see here, I'll just paste it, or rather increase the size of it for you to understand better. Now these QTPs are very versatile windows. QTPs are one of the most loved, admired feature, I would say, is because it gives in the raw power. If you can see here, type entry, multi-leg, yes, type entry, long call. So for example, if I'm copying this, okay, and on the crude, okay, here, let's say on the crude chart, I'm just putting up this particular syntax. So straight from any of the chart, if I'm doing that, okay, and if I've put this across, so it is gonna create a long call automatically, a long put automatically, your short straddle automatically. All you have to do is just fire up the name. Do you see this long call? The signal has come here. So now what it has done is it has automatically created a long call for me. Now in this module, I can give it lot of risk management feature. I can fire up strikes on the basis of nearest premium. I can fire up, like basically, for example, you're playing around with the TradingView, okay, and let's say you want to fire up a nifty short straddle whenever there is a buy or whenever there is a sell on a super trend or line based trading, and you have created, for example, this. Now I'm naming the portfolio as call. Okay, call. Now let me just click here on premium basis, for example, that I will play around with the options buying and selling, or if I want to hedge also, like on the buy signal, for example, I want to sell the futures as well. So I can do this way also. I can create multiple strikes. Now I'm selecting here, for example, on the nearest premium basis, like 100 rupees, get me a 30 depth. Okay. The beauty is that this would come to life when I'm giving a command, just one line. So when we say that we are very advanced, is because Stoxxo gives you the edge when it comes to these kind of complex execution that you always desired for. Now for example, let's say I'm also doing a future here, a sell. Okay, so let's say I've made a call. So it's like, let's assume that we are looking for a bullish position. So this is the call. The name is really important, guys, understand this. Okay, now if you see here the syntax that I'd shown you for multi-leg, this 4 line, 5 line, do you see this name long call? Okay. Now, only thing that I have to change in this index, which I've already pasted, is the call. Now, portfolio name could be anything, whatever you are willing to have. Now, if I have created this, okay. Now let me change the time as well. Let's say 21:15 and 21:45. Okay, for example. Now we'll again go back to TradingView, and herein I'm editing my signal. What am I doing? I'm just removing this long call name and I'm just putting across the name of portfolio that I have kept. Okay, you can have your own portfolio names, you can have your own conditions implemented. So your bullish position, if you're the one who is willing to hedge the position on particular lines and have multiple portfolios, you can simply do that. So for example, when I've selected call here, okay, let's say this particular thing, let's wait, I think it's gonna breach in flick of seconds. Yep. So we have fired up. Now if you see here, it has failed because the time has breached. Okay, the bank nifty is closed right now, but if you can see here, the TradingView call is executed. I think so. I know. Now there is a maximum loss and maximum field defined here. Okay. So let's change the modifications here. Let me just change the timing for you and show it to you that how basically it's gonna work. So with TradingView, I mean, you wouldn't have ever thought about it. Like, you can easily fire up a straddle and strangle. Life looks so simple, so easy that you are more in command of your trade. Okay, so you don't have to worry about anything. Like, let's say, let's push it here. Yep. And we have a signal. Do you see 3 strikes are fired? Now, which portfolio is activated? If you see here, it's a TradingView called portfolio which has activated. Now in that we have defined the premium basis 100. Now you can even have on the basis of delta. You can even have on the basis of IVs. So there is a lot of flexibilities that you can play around with. Now if you see here, we have entered into sell C, sell P and futures. Now strikes closest to the 100 are automatically picked here. Okay, because right now market is closed, so prices are not moving. Still, we were able to bring it up, we were able to find it out for you and simply execute it. Anyone scribbling around? So that is the advantage that you get when you are working around with the trading. For all of this, there are dedicated videos, dedicated playlist is there, because there is a lot more to explore with the TradingView. You can bring your screeners to life. In case you have a custom logic, we do have a coding team. We can code your logics as well. And apart from this, apart from everything that you get with the Stockso, we are not just the most advanced, I would say we are also the most economical one, because all of these features comes to you at a cost of 750. So that leaves us a company with no competitors in India, and that's the advantage for the users, that you don't really have to look for anything else. What if I told you with the IIFL TT APIs, you can execute multi-leg option strategies, for which the video link is already shared in the chat. So you must explore that. Therein a proper login process has also been explained, and you can even explore the multi-leg module apart from the TradingView. Okay, so we are good for the Q&A session. We really hope that you liked it, and we look forward to having you on board and trying out the platform. So let's begin up with the Q&A session.
Okay, can I ask you a question?
Sure, please.
Yeah, if I have another 1 or 2 conditions along with the super trend, let's say I want to have an RSI condition, how do I do that?
You will have to get that custom coded, but we have released a screener which works with super trend and RSI. So you can check out the screener video on our channel.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
we have already released a free sample code for it.
Great. Another question is, if I have already a running strategy, let's say simple spread, call spread, then what I want to do, I want to put a here one portfolio just for a stop loss trailing or a target. How can it be done?
See, the advantage that you get with the Stockso is, I think you will forget the conventional firing system. Like for example, if you fired up a straddle, let's assume this portfolio is under fire. Okay, If I wish to edit that target and stop loss, I can simply go and edit as many times as I want to a running portfolio as well. I can even define a risk management on the overall position. Okay. So, but make sure that you are firing up the portfolio from Stoxxo. Stoxxo firing is very simple.
I understand that. My question is already it is running. I have not fired.
फिरणं चालू आहे ना, जास्त दूर जात नाही, पण फिरणं जात नाही.
Already fired.
एक सर्वात महत्वाचं आपल्या शरीरातून घाम जात नाही, त्यामुळे हे सर्व तुमचे आहे.
ठीक आहे ना,
आणि
फिरणं.
केसाची काही अडचण असली मला सांगा.
नाही, केस काही अडचण नाही, मेन शुगरच आहे. केसांना काय आपण चांगलं दिलं ना, की आम्हाला फरक नाही पडत. शरीर चांगलं आहे ना.
त्या घरी जर लेडीजचे केस गळत असेल ना,
हा.
केले तुम्हाला सांगतो वाटलं. या भाऊ तुमच्या भावासाहेब
ते माहिती आहे मला कपच भला कपच झालेलं नाही.
I think we need to mute others.
नेट आहे का तुमच्या इथे?
Yeah.
अरे माझ्या मोबाईल ते बॅटरी लो झाली आहे ना, ते चुपचाप चालायचं बरोबर.
नेटवर स्वागत तोडकर हे करायचं, युट्यूबवर चेक करायचं.
स्वागत तोडकर
त्याच्यावर सर्व उपाय आहेत, जे जे पाहिजे.
ठीक आहे. पहिले मी आता शुगरचा करतो.
We have option to mute others, right?
चला तुम्ही घरी गेला फक्त मला आठवून ना, आज
आठवणीनं करतो.
करून घ्या आपण. आणि तुमचं काम थांबलंय, मला टेन्शन देता.
Yep. Yeah, please, let's tell me. So you already have a position, you are saying,
Yeah, I just
right?
put a stop loss or want to put a target.
See, in that case, if the signal is not fired from Stoxxo, I may not be managing that. Okay, but I can allow you to exit that, or else you can fire up a limit order using QTP or a advance order, which will execute when the prices come. That you can do it.
Okay, so if I have a buy call and a sell call, I have to
Correct.
put the opposite order with a limit price, with a target premium.
Or market price, either way.
Yeah, I mean, I would say combined premium of both.
Yeah, combined premium again is there. For that, we have a beautiful video. Like for example,
I know that.
Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, I am aware of that. So if I have
Acha,
already have
okay.
order placed, buy call and sell call, I'll have to put the opposite order with a total premium. Am I right?
Correct. You can. But I believe that rather than executing from here and there, if you start executing from the Stoxxo itself,
Sure.
life would be much more simple because you get a overall risk management.
Other question is, see, if I have already a running position which I have fired from Algo, now it's
Sorry,
a
your voice
positional.
is-
It will be continued. So what should I do next day morning?
Sorry, we couldn't hear you actually.
It already running one position which is I have fired from Algo, Stockso, and next day morning it has to continue. So what should I do next day morning? Just start trading. It will automatically continue that.
Yeah. I mean, see, there is the option of positional portfolio.
Okay.
Do you see that?
Okay.
When you tick that, you immediately get an option with the expiry and the date. The same thing can be done even from TradingView line-based signals also. You can create a positional portfolio and you can just name it like we just fired a name called call. For example, if I've made it a positional portfolio until the next expiry, I can easily do that. I can define the date and it is going to work
Okay.
on the same. Yep.
Do you mind showing me where is that code you have released for the condition with RSI and
On the YouTube channel, you just go and search Algobaba TradingView screener.
okay.
You will find that. It's one of the recent videos because I believe we are the only ones in the country who has made TradingView screeners come to life as auto execution orders, which would not just screen your Nifty and Bank Nifty, but screen about 40 odd stocks.
Thank you.
Rachit, first of all, congratulations. You have made one of the best platform in India, I believe in world. But when a particular strategy is fired, and at the time of a square off, a pop-up like it comes that this order ID XYZ is means executed or squared off. But we are unable to know that which particular, because we have multiple positions, which particular position is squared off, like the stock name.
See, it's very simple. Here. One is the
Option
below
means,
grid.
in
below
log
grid
it comes only order ID.
Yeah, I'm just coming to it. The below grid logs now, they are very handy. One thing, okay? you can have the latest ones, or you can just keep it cleared and keep the latest ones on top. One thing. Another thing is, do you see this blue toggle button?
Mm-hmm.
You can simply click that and you can see all the orders, and you can simply filter out on the time basis. So you will exactly know that this is the time, this is what is fired, and you can immediately come to know what is the position. Even with the limit orders, which are open orders, you can easily convert because they would be appearing to you in pink color. Okay. So this is how you can easily control and manage your positions better. You will get to know every activity just with the blue toggle button.
Okay.
Okay. Plus
Thanks
you
a lot.
can,
And one
yeah,
more thing, I just wanted that
sure.
in the real time when we are
This
stuck
session
somewhere.
this session we planned for TradingView queries, but I believe Stockso multi-leg lovers are more. So
Yeah,
eventually
yeah.
queries are going back to the multi-leg.
No, in TradingView also there was
Yeah.
you suggested everything whatever we were wanted to know. That's the reason we had a query now in
Yeah,
multi-leg.
and let
Uh,
me tell you all friends who are present here, very soon. In fact, we have already released to the multi-leg option lovers who are paid users to the Stoxo. We have introduced, I would say, probably the first of its kind, very advanced backtesting platform, which would allow all these Stoxo strategies, multi-leg lovers to come and test their strategies. And even like today, if you want to create a last week's market, you can do that. So we designed one of the most advanced backtesting utility called Backenzo, which is right now out for beta, available to IIFL customers and Stoxo paid users. You can always request us over the email. We'll grant you the access, and that too for free. Right now, it's not being charged. So you can simply enjoy unlimited backtesting. And this is very powerful utility that you can share multiple portfolios. Like today is what people say that I fired up, like you guys had a query, right? This is not working, for example, or how can I manage my orders or something like that. Whatever queries you have, and you're doubtful about it. That is why we designed Backenzo, wherein like today's what? Today's 14 September. Let's say, what if I told you that at 6 o'clock right now, okay, I can create a market of 8th September, okay, for example, and let's say I have a portfolio of a strategy basically on to be fired at 10 a.m. Okay, and let me just show you. So Backenzo is another breakthrough that we have been working upon. And let's say I want right now at 6 o'clock the market of 8th September to be recreated right now. So this is the first of its kind back test trade simulator. Means you can see that my trades are executed, and right now the market is going to run for 6 hours. It is 9:15 and 1 seconds. Do you see this?
Can you share the screen, please?
It's not visible?
No.
yeah, screen is not visible.
Okay. I don't know why this thing
The
is
backtesting
causing
will be the
trouble.
ultimate for us to test before we really execute.
Yeah. You can explore the... Is it visible now?
Not yet. Yeah,
I think it's visible.
yeah.
So this was targeted towards that, but herein we are giving you a short thing to Stoxo lovers, because I know a lot of clients who are already using it. They are here for knowledge sharing. Okay. And so very simple, like, I've recreated the market. Now this is gonna run. So if you plan out like something, you did mistake with the straddle, or you feel like it, what exactly happened with me that day, you can come ahead and test here and play around. You can see here that strategies are running live second by second, and everything is very functional. If you want to test around 4 to 5 portfolios and you want to take a back test of about 3 years of reports, you will get here too. So with the Stoxo, you have endless opportunities available, not just execution, which we are definitely one of the pioneers, I would say, when it comes to execution speed and reliability, and also with the live trade simulator, first of its kind, and now with the backtesting and simulation, again we are heading into the new vertical as well. And IIFL being our priority partner, because they have been very supportive team to us, and during our initial days, the first team that held our hand, and we are really thankful and grateful to Viren and Keval Okay, and to the entire IIFL team for believing in us and helping us design a beautiful system to its users. So, thank you guys. I mean, this was all. Am I left with anything?
I have one question.
Yeah, please.
See that we use multiple tools like for managing option strategies, Sensible or something.
Yeah.
So can I replace that and use Stockso for having a strategy and adjust positions and see my PNL and all that?
See, PNL and everything is already visible. I believe. I think you have not
I've
yet
seen the
thoroughly
PNL.
explored.
I've seen the PNL. I have not used it, but
Stoxo's execution models is way more advanced than whatever tools you are using today.
okay.
So you must come and explore that. So you will understand better. You'll have more clarity.
Yeah, I've just taken it 1 week exploring.
Yeah. So you just explore that, because once you explore, start exploring it, you start using the simulator. Because see, with the options trading, a lot of traders lose up or give up only during the testing phase only. Understand, their thoughts are never evolved till date. That is why we designed live trade simulator. Understanding the challenge areas, that is why we designed the backtest live trade simulator, is to evolve the country and to help a trading community go better when it comes to analysis and get control, but without the risk of losing a single rupee into the market. And once you are geared up, because usually there is a saying that in the market, whenever you enter up, you're gonna land up in losses, you're gonna lose. So let the losing phase be on Stockso, let it be on simulator. And once you are ready and once you're successful, go ahead live. That's it.
Thank you, Rachit, for this fabulous presentation and also answering all the queries. I also apologize all our partners in between due to technical issues. There was some audio issue as well as screen was not shared properly. So I apologize for that, and also thank all the participants and Rachit for this more than 1 hour session wherein we have learned about so many things about the Stockso platform.
Yep.
So we'll have these kind of sessions regularly so that most of our queries related to this platform will get resolved. Thank you very much.
Sure. Thank you, everyone. Enjoy your evening.
Hello.